last speaker in the last day, and also I spoke a lot before, so I will try to be very short. So first of all, I would like to thank for people that work so hard about this conference, Sharon, Iris, last but not least, Alexander, you're here. IJL. Now not by names, but all the presenters and lecturers that came from all over the world, and from Israel and elsewhere, and amazing quality of people. Irit asked me how could I bring such people, but many of them even with very slim connection. People were so happy to come because of the topic, which I will elaborate in a second. So one of our last conferences that I was just elected as president, but Irit was the chairman of the was about multiculturalism. That was in 2018 in Rome. Professor, the late Professor Amnon Rubinstein was the academic head of it. The anti-Semitism was a bit not the mainstream of our activity. We are a Jewish organization, a legal organization, but we read year after year Professor Dina Porat's report about the level of anti-Semitism in the world. At the time it was the Cantor Institute. It was yearly. You still publish, yeah. And then you see it's anti-Semitism didn't disappear, but it was in kind of tolerable level. The 7th of October changed a lot for the Jewish world and for Israel. We cannot assess where it's going to. We cannot assess where it's going to. It's like in the history that the people in the 30s, there were people like poets or politicians that talk about doomsday, and there were people that most of the people. We cannot assess where it's going to. We cannot assess where it's going to. One thing we know, that the life of Jews, especially in Europe, in Canada, and Australia, are intolerable, and it's so difficult to explain. And therefore, we should treat it as so serious that it can lead to something that is more difficult, more terrible. And we should fight by all means against anti-Semitism, and I will not go to all the definitions. Anti-Semitism against Jews, against Israel, Zionism, etc. Of course, I'm very optimistic. When I'm here in Warsaw, for me it's a big victory. My mother was a few hundred meters from here, slave, and her survival was a miracle. And for me, when I'm here, when I'm in Berlin, it's a big victory. That's what I feel. And of course, being in Israel, it's a big victory. although we're talking about serious things, I and Professor Linzen say, you know, the state of Israel is guaranteed, it's a miracle. So for me, being here on so heavy topic, still I feel a big victory. Professor Rubinstein spoke yesterday about the responsibility of Israel to the Jews in the diaspora. There is a specific law, it's part of our constitution. The law is controversial, but this section is not controversial. It's called the Basic Law, the State of Israel, the State of the Jewish People, and there is the famous section 6, the responsibility of Israel to Jews in the diaspora. There are also provision in the penal code that there is a jurisdiction under law for Israel to deal with offenses that are committed outside of Israel against Jews just because they are Jews. There should be some clarification of it, and I think in several cases Israel should take responsibility. There are many Jewish organizations. Just in a nutshell, the IJL International Association of Jewish Lawyers is one of very few Jewish organizations, and the main Jewish organization don't like to deal with legal matters, and therefore we have our premises to be unique, and we are unique. What I can mention that in the last few years, especially since October, but also before, we became kind of law firm. We are going to courts. We're going to courts on Israeli causes, and you heard in the panel of Roy Scheindorf, we went about 4 or 5 times to the ICC and 2 cases to the ICJ, and we are dealing with numerous Jewish cases, starting with we went to the European Court of Justice, to the Constitutional Court in Poland, to the Constitutional Court in Latvia, together with our friends in America. We went to the US Supreme Court. We went to the Supreme Court of Israel on constitutional matter, and we dealing with lower courts all over the world in combating anti-Semitism and defending its more and more phenomenon that was not discussed here. People that fighting against anti-Semitic people, they are themselves are attacked legally. Here in Poland, in 2 cases, we had researchers. So we're, as a legal organization, being more and more in court. It's just a drop in the big ocean. It's not enough, but still we hope that there will be some impact. Last but not the least, I want to thank all of you that came from all over the world to this conference. We were very concerned that we will be no more than million here, always this concern. But there were very well attendance. Next year, also because of our constitution, our conference and congress will be in Israel, and what I can say, בשנה הבאה בירושלים.